Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Fill in the Blanks podcast at Blank Space Entertainment. I am Alec, the Machine Barnett. We are joined here by
Miggy Azalea. Okay, no, I need to work on that. Miggy Azalea. Miggy Azalea.
Oh, we're saying our own names?
Yeah, we're changing it up today.
Oh, okay.
I'm the Reverend Alex Larson.
He's so enthusiastic about his name, apparently.
I am.
Is that just a little bit too much of that sacramental wine? He's getting a little tired.
Had a little bit too much blood of Christ.
You're like blood of Christ, blood of the Father.
And I got an amen.
Oh no!
And I'm the internet's Mark Medina, but we all knew that.
Of course,
We
we
can just
did.
hear your voice.
My voice is so loud.
Yep.
It's like, I picture these podcasts and it's like, hey guys, my name is Alec. And I'm like, what's up, Alec? What up, bro?
Oh my God,
Mark, we got to use our inside voices now. What?
that's pretty much how it is at work. All right,
We have a
so
conversation from across the room.
today's
7 a.m. Mark's here at work.
pretty much. So today we're going to talk about it's a topic I guess we're doing every once in a while. It's about a video game that is a little bit obscure that we think needs recognition, that like either got like sequels or whatever, but it just kind of never was a great game, but never was like a staple as a masterpiece or even like an achievement or whatever, you know, because someone could think of a game from the PS2 as like, oh, you know, I still play that game. I still play Resident Evil 4 on my GameCube, or, you know, I mean.
Waiting for the Call of Duty episode of the show.
Fuck.
Has anybody ever heard of Call of Duty? What?
So the game that I want to bring up on this podcast is a game for the PlayStation 2. I believe it was a PlayStation 2 exclusive. Yes, it was.
Ooh,
Called Primal.
Primal.
Yes, I distinctly remember this game. It was released.
What is that?
You know what? I have actually seen that insignia as a tattoo.
Yeah.
It was popped up in like Game Informer.
Wait, let me see
that,
it.
And
Let me see
and the issue was, should people am I allowed to have this tattoo? And they were just like, as long as you're not charging people to look at it, you're all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, you can charge people to look at your tattoo?
Maybe if you're a hooker and you have it in a
Well, I think that's
special
just
place.
Let's not get into that.
You know, so the game was released in 2003, so it's an old game. You know, it's about a good it'll
12
be 12 years old now,
12 years.
which means I was 10 years old. I'm almost 13 years old when this game. Actually, this game came out 25th of March, so this game is almost exactly 12 years old.
Almost.
Welcome to Fill in the Math. Alec Barnett.
And I was almost,
We're going back.
10 years old. Or 11. Thanks, Mark. You ruined it. Anyway, so I was about that age. I was pretty young. And I remember we didn't even have a PS2 yet. We were freaking, because my dad was cheap. We rented one for like a week at a time.
Oh my god, I remember those days.
Yeah.
I rented a Dreamcast once, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, so like,
Wait, you could rent consoles?
you could rent consoles
Yeah,
back
like
in the
Hollywood
day.
Video.
I remember that.
you'd
No,
pay.
that
It
was
like,
Blockbuster. You could do
Yeah, it was
that.
Oh, okay.
Blockbuster. You could do
Blockbuster
it.
Video, you could
We
do
rented a freaking Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And we were like, this thing's awesome.
Yeah, we used to rent a Super Nintendo all the time until finally my dad bought us the Donkey Kong Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. Anyways, so Primal is a game, and it's a sort of an open world, but not really. It's a precursor, I guess, would say, to open world RPGs. You can go to different quote unquote worlds in any order you want, really, but they're linear worlds basically.
So you're
Was
saying
it 3D or side-scroller?
It was 3D. It's 3D.
Okay.
And it was it was a haymaker. Like they really promoted the crap out of it. You know, they had like a couple of famous bands make songs for it. It's based off the main. I knew you were gonna.
Okay,
ask
give
me.
me one. You brought it up.
I know. I was hoping somebody wouldn't say
Like
anything.
if Beyonce made a song about it, I'd like to know
What?
It's gonna be.
That's impossible. It would have been Destiny's Child.
I know, right?
Well, maybe that would have launched her Beyonce title. You know, maybe she was looking to get out. And she's like, you know what? I want to make a song about this game Primal to launch my solo career.
Okay, so the band 16 Volt, which was kind of a bigger band back then.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, it came out back.
I
in
was
the day.
alive in 2003, and never heard of that band before in my
Well,
life.
the character is like into the underground, like goth electronic scene,
okay.
so it's that type of music.
So what's the game about?
The game about is a main character, a 21-year-old woman named Jen, and she has a boyfriend who's in this band, right? And then one day he mysteriously disappears, and she's coming out of a club, and then all of a sudden she like dies. She gets killed by something, and she gets attacked. But anyways,
Spontaneous combustion.
her basically her spirit is lifted to this other world, and it turns out that she has a connection to a completely different world that lies beneath the human world, that has like these demonic spirits that are actually living. So it's like a parallel world, right? And as you find out later in the game, I don't want to spoil anything, she has a much deeper connection to it. So essentially,
Don't want to spoil this 12-year-old game.
So is there a girl? The girl's the main character?
She's a girl. So you have a girl protagonist for one.
I like that.
And she's
Me
not
too.
she's not your classic overly sexual. No. She's witty.
Oh, never mind. Fuck that.
She's smart.
I like my girls to be like Bayonetta.
But also think though, this is 2003 when like the previous girl was like Tomb Raider, just tits and ass.
Yeah.
So this is like a
Triangle tits, but yeah, tits.
But you know what I mean.
Nonetheless.
So anyways, there's this gargoyle, like a literal stone gargoyle that's named Kree, who informs you and guides you, and he's basically like your little like
Navi.
Yeah, but he's a lot more useful because it's a co-op game. You switch.
It all comes full circle.
You switch between him and her throughout the game, so it's an
okay.
RPG, also kind of a platformer puzzle game, right? Okay. It plays out similar to, I would say, like how old Resident Evil games would. But the most interesting part is, as every world you go into, you encounter the different races that inhabit those worlds, and you, for some reason, your blood, her blood line is connected to all of them, so she can actually morph into different races.
So she's like part demon or something?
You find out she's part demon, but
That's
she's part
exactly what she is.
but she's part demon of
Miguel's got this game figured out.
she's part demon of every race. That's the most interesting part. So, you go to one world and it's very hostile, and so you're gonna die really easy. But then you get the blood of this very like tribal and very like aggressive race that have these weird energy claws and horns, and she turns as more muscular, and she can defend herself and she can attack. But then later it's this world all underwater, and then she turns into like this aquatic base that can breathe underwater, and and all of these different abilities come up in the game. But the story was really, really, really interesting and intertwined with her life, and then her boyfriend who is later found out to also be really involved with that world, and there's like a big civil war going on, and it's basically she's kind of like the savior or the chosen one, right?
Was he part demon too?
I can't remember actually. I'm saying like I really wish this game would be re-released so I could replay it, because like I was like 10 years old,
It might be on PSN.
maybe,
I don't know.
but this game was so good that it captured my memory as a 10-year-old, right? It was that good, and IGN gave it a 4 out of 5 or a 9. Like what do they go by?
10.
They
They
go to 10.
did a 10-point scale.
They gave it
Has it always been a 10-point scale though?
It's
maybe-
always been it's changed, but I'm pretty sure it's always been a 10-point scale.
yeah. So IGN back in the day gave it an 8 out of 10.
Damn.
Yeah, so like it's a
Does it say who reviewed it?
maybe.
Dustin Laguerre.
What?
Before he even worked at IGN.
Maybe, hold on, because I have like Jeremy Dunham.
Nope.
Dunham.
Okay then.
I don't know that guy.
All right. It has mixed reviews, but for the most part, it's about that. Like GameSpot gave it a 7.9 out of 10.
Yep.
GameSpy gave it a 3 stars out of 5 stars. So it's got
So it's a decent game.
Huh?
So it's a decent game.
Well,
it's not horrible.
What they
Yeah.
complain about is that all the complaints that give it problems is the combat system, but it's not a combat oriented game. It's a story oriented game. So it's like it looks like everybody that reviewed it as a story game gave it a good score.
But it's a story game with combat, so you have to take those factors.
yeah,
into
well, I
account.
mean, no
You
game.
can't say the story's so good that if the
No,
combat
yeah.
shit, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I also think that it was
All I did
also.
was walk around and poke stuff.
I also think it might have been limitations of the day, sort of thing.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But the game
Which
was.
is-
I just remember the game being really, not just fun.
Were you able to like connect to it personally or something like
Yeah,
that?
because first of all, I mean, it's the first time. That's the first game that I can think of where it's not like a Duke Nukem character as the main protagonist or something.
Yeah.
And it's back. It was right when 3D games were starting to come out.
Yeah.
Like for real for me when they actually started looking like people, not polygons.
Yeah.
So and just the fact that it was very fully voice acted, great voice cast, really deep characters, like the girl Kree and the Stone Guardian Kree and the girl like didn't like each other a lot at first, but they really connected, and like she had to really kind of it was a game about character development. That's what really drove the game.
Yeah.
And I think that really set me on my path of like liking D&D and stuff like that, and liking not just shoot 'em ups or crap no story games. Like I'll play a game that has real great story over clunky mechanics. I mean, with clunky mechanics over a shoot 'em up any day.
Yeah,
Like,
that was the big thing with like the Order that just came out. Is a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's super short. It's just cover-based combat." The Order, I think, went a little too far with the you can look but can't touch kind of thing.
Really?
But they went pure story with it so much of the fact that you kind of like you're like, I don't even feel like I'm playing a game half the time. So
you feel like you get the full experience of the game just watching videos on YouTube and crap.
yeah,
like that.
yeah, it's nice when games are able to blend.
So
story and
yeah.
combat.
So out of curiosity, if I can manage to get my hands on that, I'm thinking maybe we should do some type of let's play of it, or make we can just all sit down and play the first couple bits. You guys can have your impressions because you guys have none of you have heard of it or remember seeing anything about it.
Now that you show me the logo, like I know I've seen that logo.
Yeah, it looks
but
familiar.
I
Yeah,
never-
because I mean it was a highly advertised game.
We've all seen
Yeah.
the game in GameStop.
Yeah.
Sitting on the shelf.
We just kept going.
Yeah,
I'll take my better game, thank you.
but
So check out Primal.
yeah, check out Primal. It's if I don't know if it's on PlayStation or whatever PlayStation Network, but yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's not a perfect game, obviously. It does have shortcomings. The combat, the combat system isn't the best. It's a little cheap. It feels a little bit cheap sometimes, but if you like story, if you like puzzles, if you like adventure, it's really great. And like I said, for the time, I think it aged pretty well.
Kree sounds adorable.
Sounds like one to
He
look
is
out
like
for.
your sarcastic yet.
Oh my god, I'm sold.
He's great. Like has anybody seen the movie?
Garfield.
No, it's the one. Hitchhiker's Guide to the
I
Galaxy.
just thought of a little.
Guardians of the-
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh no.
Haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
I've
I've
never
seen it.
seen it.
Oh,
You
well,
mean like
there-
the robot?
Yeah, there's the robot.
Yeah.
Who has his personality is just really dry and like bad.
Man, he's like really depressed.
Yeah, he's really depressed, right? And it's voiced by the same guy who does Snape. So he's got that real,
I had
But-
a GPS one time that sounded exactly like him. Turn left here, you buffoon.
But Kree is very quick-witted and stuff, and so it's fun. They have they're good, clash of personalities, but they begin to like each other as friends and stuff. So it's good.
Have you seen Big Bang Theory where Sheldon makes he makes his own GPS? You watch that show?
I don't watch that show.
Oh my god, it's so funny. He makes
it's not.
He freaking makes a GPS. It's like he's like, let's use the Sheldon directions, and it's like
God.
it's like in 2 miles, turn left onto Highway 101. You want to hear a fun fact about highways? If it's going north and south, it's a highway. It's like what? I want to see that
Sounds like
GPS.
Buzz Killington. Who would like to hear a story about a bridge?
That would be a pretty funny idea for like a quick little like funny video though. Like one of us be the voices of like a new like Tom, where it's like emotionally insecure.
Alex,
it's
like turn left. I mean maybe.
It's like Tom.
I've been wrong before. It's why my first wife left me. It's like Jesus Christ.
It's like, are you sure you know where we're going? I'm sorry, man. I'm trying my best.
yell at me.
There's construction going on. They change these roads quite often. I don't get. You didn't upgrade me. All right. I can't get connected automatically. I'm not. I don't have Wi-Fi, man. I'm trying my hardest.
I think you should give it a sensitivity function to where if you smack it, it'll actually do the right directions. Just needs a little abuse to get.
Tom, you're an asshole. That's what my ex-wife said.
So Primal.
I drink.
So Primal. We got derailed again.
Of course we did.
All right, everybody. So once again,
Primal.
check out Primal, PlayStation 2 title. Hopefully, you can find it somewhere else. If not, don't bootleg it. It's on eBay somewhere. It's in something. So go ahead and buy it.
Or just bootleg it.
Or just bootleg it,
That's like, bootleg or eBay, like it's the same thing.
I'm
Either
pretty
way,
sure
the developer's not getting any money.
I'm
so.
pretty sure the developer would rather have someone just play a game they worked on a long time ago than just get like
Is the
a
developer
nickel.
even around?
Yeah, it was produced by Sony.
Oh.
Who's
What,
that?
produced by
Well, are
Sony?
they even
Who
around?
developed it, though?
Okay, let me
What's
put back the
Sony?
phone out.
That's right.
While he's doing that, I just
Does
want to
Sony
point
still
out, if
come-
you really want to mess up an associate at GameStop's day, ask him for a PlayStation 2 title.
You know what's weird?
SCE Studio Cambridge. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh.
SCE Studios and
so
that's Sony
Sony
Computer.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. I
I
don't know.
thought SCE was Sony Computer Entertainment or something like that.
Yeah,
same
it is.
thing.
It is.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're Cambridge. I don't know. I'm not as in tune. Anyways, so that's it.
All right.
That's it.
Anyways,
I feel like we can talk
remember
about
to like, comment, subscribe. If you subscribe to us, we have this cool little scroll bar at the bottom of
What?
Scrolling.
what?
scrolling.
Oh,
Nothing.
with this
That
cool
bar
little
is
scroll bar at the
scrolling.
bottom of our video. If you're a new subscriber or an old one, doesn't matter. We're just gonna put people up there. You got to make sure that we're allowed to see that you subscribe to us.
We're just gonna drive that home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
just keep saying that all the time. You got to make sure that we can see you subscribe to us. If you don't know what we're talking about, look up at the YouTube privacy settings, and then you'll see your name. And if you're curious, you have these guys are
I
funny.
just don't want people to get mad at me. They're like, "What? I subscribed. Where's my name on the subscriber
Well,
bar?"
yeah,
Name
exactly.
Anywhere.
But if you have any questions
break
about
it
this
up.
game, or you want to or you remember this game, and you want to have us talk about something of it, or me, I guess, since I'm the only one that played it, send us a message. We'd love to talk about it on our next podcast. So
That was the topic.
yeah, send us a topic. This is hard.
I'm already dry. I got nothing.
We're 4 guys, but our brains don't work that well, you know.
This is my first podcast, so I'll probably have a million.
So once again, I am Alec the Machine Barnett. I don't know why I did it like that. It was cool.
I am Miggy Azalea.
And I am the Reverend Alex Larson.
And I am the internet Spark Medina.
Preach it, brother.
Amen.
Amen.
We'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.
Out.